Magical mermaid hair with the Yilite Extension Pack. A detailed video on how to apply your extensions. Today is a very special day because I am trying on the Yilite Hair Extensions, the full extension pack, 22 inches of warm blonde hair. There's this beautiful silk bag to keep your hair extensions nice in, some elastic pieces. Then of course we have the hair extensions. I'm gonna walk you through how to apply these extensions in a realistic looking way. I think the color match is pretty close. I don't feel like I'm gonna have to dye this, honestly. Pretty good. So when I was little, there was an illustration of the Little Mermaid I was obsessed with where she had long flowing blonde hair with pearls sprinkled throughout it and this gorgeous blue tail. And that's the look I'm gonna try to repeat for the New York Mermaid Parade. These extensions are made with real human hair, so they are actually able to be dyed. I love the dimensionality that you see built into these hair. They are all handmade and really gorgeous quality. Like I said, they are made with human hair, so they are able to be dyed, they are able to be curled, they are able to be straightened. So they're gonna be a lot of fun to play with. For the easiest application, I have pre-spread out the entire box of hair. The lowest level having a piece with 4 clips, the medium level having 3 clips, 4 pieces of 2 clips, and 2 pieces of single strand clips. I'm starting by dividing a crown in my hair. I do this by taking a little more than half of my hair and pulling it upwards so that I have a space to attach the pieces on. I'm gonna clip that up. If you're ever combing your extensions, like doll hair, start so gently from the ends and comb it down. If you feel a tangle, pause and slowly work it out, because unlike hair from your head, this does not grow back. So I am trying to get closest to the root of the divide to have it have the most natural look. So I'm making sure it's pulled taut. What I like about clip-ons is that they're pretty adjustable. So like you can really play with where they're sitting over and over again until you're happy. We are working in sections, so I let down my hair and now I am refining the new crown for the 3 pieces to go in. You have to start it higher than you think to clip in low. So here's the hair. You can definitely tell in some parts where my natural hair is because I have such thick, short hair compared to the extensions. How do you deal with such long hair? Oh my god. My roommate has real hair like this long. It's like we're matching. The straight hair is kind of a slay, but it does show the divide a little bit more. So there are a couple things I could do to help blend it. I could either section out like half of my hair and do a little updo, a little braid, where it has less of my natural hair to even try to blend, and or curl all of it. Waves hide all of the separation, and I'm a mermaid. So this is what the extensions look like, styled and curled. I have a couple tips to make sure that you get the best styling when treating the hair underneath versus the extensions. First tip, curl the extensions separate from your real hair. I would do this literally separately with them divvied out away from your hair. If you already took the time to install the whole thing, then you can always just kind of pull up a huge section of the hair and make sure you shake down all your natural hair, curl it, and then go back through and make sure that it's nice and mixed together to look pretty natural. The extensions, I found that they can take about 5 seconds of heat versus my natural hair that takes 8 to 10 seconds to heat. This is because they're actually a lot thinner, even though they are real human hair. My natural hair is really thick and needs more time versus the porous quality of this hair that holds curl really beautifully but needs less heat. The most natural look, I would actually braid up just a thin strand of this so that there's less I'm trying to work through the whole divide of the hair, so you see that separation a little bit less. The styling really does hide it a lot more than the straight style. Okay, this is gonna be a little hard to do, but we'll see. So basically you have to do this in a mirror because This will start to steam a bit, smoke a little bit, because it's so long. But since the hair is so long, I did it half and half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably done already. Yeah. Then the second half, going in with the smaller part of the coil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's like literally all it really needs. It curls really fast and I don't want to burn this hair. Again, just taking longer parts of it. I'm working in really small pieces. See, so there's a perfect moment where I messed up, I let it go. If you mess up and the whole curl comes coiling out, let it go and let the hair cool off before trying again. Because the last thing you want to do is burn this hair. And I keep messing up because I'm not doing it in the mirror. So you can definitely play with it and scrunch it up to have a little bit more of a defined curl. I did these very intentionally sort of loose wave mermaid curls to look like beach hair. And I honestly can touch them up when I take off the extensions and play with these ends that I want to be ever so slightly more curly, but I want to do that off my head. Like I said earlier, the curly hair I think hides the divide in my hair a lot more, but even with this little chunk right here, my hair is so thick that the day of the Mermaid Parade, I am going to braid up a little under crown at the nape of my neck just to have less of that hair to work with so it looks as realistic as possible. Honestly, like, even if I didn't do anything, like, it's still so beautiful mermaid core. I am so obsessed. Like, Renaissance girly who? I'm literally in love. If I did a little like half up, half down intentional moment too, I think that could kind of play with how the hair blends. Like this, and then clip a little something back there. But this hair makes me feel like the most mermaid, fairy, elven goddess that I've always wanted to be. A special thank you to the Yilite team who sent me this hair in the first place. I am absolutely in love and highly recommend these sets to anybody that wants to try some fun extensions. And I wanted to mention the side note about how helpful their team was when it came to color matching my hair. I specifically sent them like multiple photos of myself from inside lighting to outside lighting, talking about how I had kind of specific hair and I wasn't sure if I needed to dye it, and they walked me through the steps of being like, we think this is going to be a color that matches with you, and even if it's not, you can dye it, you can straighten it, you can curl it. And they even were so gracious to throw in a couple extra clips for my mermaid look. So like, Just as a follow-up, the day of the Mermaid Parade, I did do those 2 little pigtail braids under the nape of my neck, and that was certainly the way to go. The flow of the hair looked so natural. The reduction of thickness of my hair really worked to make the extensions look super real. They're super comfy. I really loved them, and everybody kept telling me how good my hair looked, and everybody kept asking me if it was real. It matched the color, the waves really worked together, especially like on the actual beach and throughout the walk. Everybody said I looked like the most beautiful, realistic mermaid they saw in the parade, which I took as the highest compliment. The Yilite team reached out and sent me a 51% off discount code to offer you guys with Chelsea51. This is a really special discount. I actually couldn't believe it was so big. And extensions can be pricey and they're really worth it. They're really quality, but if you can get a good discount, you can. I hope that special code gives you an extra incentive to start to build your own little collection. I highly recommend. It is my new favorite extensions. I feel like a beautiful mermaid.